Tariff wars, global tension, and economic uncertainty. Once again, headlines are dominated by Donald Trump. But this time, it's more than just China feeling the pressure. A quiet yet strategic move is unfolding between the United States and the United Kingdom, and it could reshape the global trade landscape as we know it. Earlier this month, Donald Trump, in a move that shocked economists around the world, announced a sweeping set of tariffs, 10% on most countries, but a staggering 145% on Chinese imports. Beijing, in turn, hit back, slapping a 125% tariff on U.S. goods. This tit-for-tat strategy between the world's two largest economies could throw global manufacturing into chaos. And if it keeps escalating, we could be looking at another economic downturn. But in the middle of all this, one country is playing it smart: the United Kingdom. UK Chancellor Rachel Reeves is taking the lead, pushing for a new US-UK trade agreement that could either soften or completely exempt Britain from Trump's broad tariff plans. Reeves made it clear: "We want to secure the best deal possible for British jobs and British industry, and we are absolutely resolved to do everything we can." Let's break it down. The UK and the US have been close trading partners for decades. In fact, the US is the UK's largest single-country export market, with over £140 billion in goods and services traded every year. A strong deal could shield British exporters, especially in key industries like cars, planes, and pharmaceuticals, from the worst of these tariffs. But here's the twist. Just days after the announcement, Trump walked it back a bit, introducing a 90-day grace period. That means most countries will only face the baseline 10% tariff, except for China, who's still sitting under that crushing 145% rate. Trump's top economic advisor, Kevin Hassett, had this to say: "The 10% tariff is now the baseline. Anything below that would be extraordinary." So here's the big question: can the UK pull off the extraordinary? Economists are watching this closely. If the UK lands a favorable deal, it could set a precedent for other Western allies, especially as Trump pushes forward with his America First trade agenda. Meanwhile, other countries like Cambodia, Vietnam, and even EU members are being hit hard, facing tariffs as high as 49%. Compared to that, the UK's 10% looks like a decent spot for now. Rachel Reeves isn't putting all her eggs in one basket, though. She's scheduled to visit Poland and meet with European financial leaders, a sign that the UK is looking to diversify its trade relationships, just in case. In her words, "We want to improve trading relations with other countries around the world." And it's not just the UK making moves. Countries like Germany, Japan, and India are holding emergency talks, trying to figure out their next steps and possibly push for their own exceptions. So what's really happening here? Is this a return to old-school trade protectionism? Or is it Trump's first big move in reshaping global commerce? Here's what we know. If the UK gets a deal, it could become a blueprint for navigating Trump's tough trade stance. If not, we might see rising prices, supply chain disruptions, and a blow to British exports. For the world economy, this signals a possible return to the volatility we saw back in the 2018-2019 trade war. But here's a thought. Could all of this be strategic theater, a high-stakes negotiation move to bring countries back to the table? On America's terms, the world is watching. In a time of tariffs, tension, and transformation, the UK may just carve out a rare win. But the path forward? It's full of economic landmines, global power plays, and delicate diplomacy. So stay tuned, because what happens next could reshape global trade for decades. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates on world politics, economics, and everything in between. And drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think the UK can strike a deal with Trump? And should other countries stand up to the rising tide of tariffs?